Hey everyone, welcome back to my virtual assistant course. Today we are going to talk about a skill that can make or break your productivity, which is time management. As a virtual assistant, your ability to manage time effectively doesn't just help you stay organized. It also determines whether you meet up with deadlines, keep your clients happy, and avoid stress. So in this video, I'm sharing 3 key time management tips that will help you to take control of your schedule and get more done. And the first tip is learn how long certain tasks take so that you can set realistic time goals. And the second tip is set realistic goals for yourself. Don't overcommit. And the last one, use a calendar to track your key activities and meetings for a clear view of your time. So let's get into these tips one by one. Starting with the first tip, learn how long certain tasks take so that you can set realistic time goals. One big mistake people make with time management is underestimating how long certain tasks take. Have you ever had a day where you plan to finish 5 tasks, but at the end of the day, you're able to complete only 2 tasks? That's because you didn't allocate time realistically. Now let's use email management for example. Let's say your client asks you to check emails and respond to the important ones every morning. And then you start thinking, oh, this will only take 15 minutes. But when you actually track your time, you realize that sorting through emails, replying and organizing actually takes 40 minutes. Now that you know, you can adjust your schedule accordingly. How do we work this out? Firstly, track your time for common tasks for a few days. Secondly, write down how long each task actually takes. And lastly, plan your day with realistic time blocks. When you start managing time based on actual data, your daily plans become more accurate and achievable. Now let's move on to the second tip, which is setting realistic goals for yourself. We all love to be productive, but let's be real. Overloading your to-do lists leads to stress and missed deadlines. And the key tip to that is set the goals which you can achieve within your own available time. Now let's use completing client reports as an example. Imagine you have 3 client reports to finish by the end of the day, and then you tell yourself, I'll get all 3 done before noon. But as you start, you realize that each report takes 2 hours to complete, and you only have 6 working hours left in the day. But if you also have meetings, emails, and other tasks, completing all 3 reports in that time is not realistic. So how do we work this out? First, you prioritize what is urgent and important. Secondly, be honest to yourself. Can you realistically complete everything? And lastly, give yourself a buffer time for unexpected tasks. If something doesn't fit into your schedule, renegotiate time and delegate when possible. So moving on to our last tip for time management, which is using our calendar to track our meetings and key activities. If you don't visually map out your time, you always feel like you have more time than you actually do. A simple way to fix this is by adding meetings, deadlines, and key tasks to your calendar. Now let's use a busy virtual assistant schedule for example. Imagine you waking up thinking you have the whole day free to work on a big task. But then you remember 10 a.m. is for client meeting, 12 p.m. to send weekly reports, and then 2 p.m. for another client's call. Now your free day is broken into small chunks of working time. So how do you work this out? Number 1, you schedule meetings and deadlines first. And lastly, you fit in your work task around them. By doing this, you get a realistic view of how much time you truly have to work on the other things. So my final advice and encouragement for you is this. Time management isn't about working harder, but it's about working smarter. To give you an action step for today, track how long your tasks will take, set realistic goals, and put everything in your calendar. So guys, I need you to tell me in the comment section what is one time management habit that you're going to improve on. So if you found this video helpful, like my video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on the next lesson. Bye for now.